to a week 4. God, I can't believe it's week 4 already. Gone so quick this month actually. January, definitely. So I hope everybody's okay, all good and well. So do a little bit of shoulders to begin with. So just coming into those shoulders, rolling back, any stiffness there. So hope everybody's doing okay. Hopefully we'll be maybe out of the woods by summer, you never know. Maybe I have to go back to the hall. Let's hope so. So just taking a few shoulder rolls and then a few forward. Which I think I'm still going to stay online actually, because it seems to kind of work quite well. But obviously we want a few face-to-face classes too, because we miss everybody, don't we? Coming over. Not seeing anybody. Oh. Everybody's going to be lots of parties, I think, next Christmas. A couple more big stretches over. And then a little rotation. So sit tall, coming around one way, breath in and out. And then cross over to the other way, breath in and out. And then coming onto your backs. Just going to do a little time check just to make sure I don't run over too much because I get carried away. So I have to put the timer on just to make sure. Well, I'll probably be doing about 2 hours. I'll get carried on. Just put it on for 2 hours. So 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So grabbing your rings, coming down onto your backs. Just resting the head on the head, paddle towel, whatever you have handy. Flatten through the shoulder blades, wiggle around the hips, make sure they're evenly weighted, and just settle there. Slightly bend the elbows. So we're going to draw the elbows towards each other as we exhale. So inhale, exhale. Oh, another tip as well, make sure you're not gripping the ring, like squeezing with your hands, because if you do that, if you notice, not a lot happens in the biceps and the arms. You get a lot of tension in the wrist. What we're looking for is a push of the base of the fingers, so you can feel the biceps switching on, the muscles in the arms switching on, rather than holding on and gripping. So it's more stretching the fingers upwards. I think most of you probably do that anyway, and press through the base of the fingers. So that's the way to use the ring, pressing it in, so not gripping. So just in case you're doing that, I just thought I'd give you that little tip just in case. Otherwise you're just going to stress out and tense the wrist too much. It doesn't always go into those biceps. So just pressing the base of the fingers into the pads of the ring. So exhale, press, inhale, release, exhale. And you'll notice the work coming into the shoulders, the biceps, and strengthening that up. And then we're going to push up and bring it down. So exhale, push up, inhale, elbows come down, exhale, couple more pushes, one more. And then back up, then we're going to rock out the pelvis. So just rocking that out, getting into that lower back, just releasing, and then half the rock, half again, inhale. As you exhale, lighty imprint, little push. Inhale, release, one more. And release into the hips, drop the right leg out, side of the foot. Exhale, heel the foot, inhale, side. Exhale, squeeze up, 2 more. And up, and 1 more. Squeezing up and then dropping into the midline. Exhale, back out. So inhale, exhale, 2 more. Big circle of the hips, just get into those hips. I know it's stiff right now, and mine are. And then 4 on the left side. I think it's just all the sitting, and not being able to get out so much. Our hips are just getting so stiff. And then obviously when the hips start getting stiff, then the back starts getting stiff as well. It all kind of migrates up the body. So just getting that moving basically. So coming up with a rotation. So a little extension first of the legs, so pushing out, inhale in. And we're going to push the ring up. So not quite out, not quite warm enough in the back, just extending the arms and legs. Couple more. And then arms up, knees out. So inhale, coming out. Exhale, squeeze back in. One more each side. Then we're going to try and extend the legs if that's available. So these ring need to go slightly more over, just as long as you're not tensing your shoulders. So slightly bending elbows. So coming to one side, exhale back in. One more each side. Then we're going to get right into those hips with our, I'm going to take my socks off because you can't really see my feet. Although I don't want my feet to get cold. Where should I chuck them? Over there. But you can't see them. So feet together, flex the feet. We're going to open out and back in. So the knees are coming out to the side and the toes are coming back in. So the heels are connected and the toes are coming out. And check that your knees are coming out equally. So you haven't got a lazy knee. Well, it's not really the knee, it's coming from the hip. So you haven't got a lazy bit in your hip. So just check that your knees are coming out and your feet are coming out equally. If you have got a lazy side, try and work on that side if you can. Work on that lazy side and make it come out. Because if you're not aware of it, it will just stay like it. So just be aware and try and work on that lazy side. Get it into those hips. And one more. Squeeze back in. And then bend the knees. Just take the ring down for now. Rock up and come onto all fours. Just take some socks out the way. Spread the fingers. Eyes of the elbows forward. So we're wrapping the triceps. Softening the elbows so we're not locking those out too much. So we're not, especially if you're quite mobile, so slightly softening. Knees come towards each other, so we're activating those knees, and the heels of the hands come towards the knees. So inhale. As you exhale, drop the head coming up, tuck tail. Inhale. Exhale back to neutral. And again, tuck in. Inhale. Exhale, two more. Tuck in. Heels of hands towards the knees and back to neutral, and one more. Inhale. Exhale, neutral. Coming into that core a little bit more. So stack the shoulders. Pressing down into the hands. We're just going to press it down to the backs of the feet too and lift the knees. Inhale. And exhale. And one more. Then take that down. So a little bit of a challenge. We're going to lift both knees up. If you can, take out the right leg, extend. Inhale back in. Lower the knees. If you can't do that, just lift the knees up and down. Inhale. Exhale, both knees lift. Keep the right back of the foot down. Extend the back leg out. Back in. And replace the knees. As you send that leg out, though, make sure you're not really distributing the weight one side. Make sure you're keeping an even keel weight. So inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale there. Exhale, send the right leg away. Inhale in. Exhale, replace both knees. And again, coming up, both knees lifted. Keep that right knee lifted, extend the left leg away. Inhale in. Exhale, replace both knees. Oh, that's a little challenging. And just sit back and give that back a little stretch out. Oh. Inhale. And exhale. Then come back onto our backs. Again, so sliding the head pad away. Palms are down, so make sure you're flattening through the shoulder blades. Knees are in line with the ankles, and that foot is directly forward, and the other foot. You're not taking the foot out to the side, because I'll be twisting the knee and the hip, so just really be aware of that. Inhale. Exhale, tuck under the tail. Actually, saying that, if you want to, you can put your rings in between your knees if you feel warm enough to do that. So the back feels okay. So we get a little bit more through those legs. Inhale. Exhale, tuck under, roll up. Little squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale. Exhale, roll. Inhale. Exhale, back down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And 1 more. 1 more. Sorry, inhale. Exhale, coming all the way back down. Transfer the ring to the hands now. Working through the shoulders. So inhale, little squeeze as they come apart. Exhale, flatten, and again squeeze and flatten, and then squeeze the shoulders in. So really press the base of the fingers into the pads of the rings. That's going to activate those muscles a lot better. And again, squeeze the shoulder blades as you press the pads in. Not pads, no, base of the fingers into the pads, that's what I meant. And then flatten. Okay, take the ring down for now. Arms are up, work through the feet, so toe and heel, toe and heel, toe and heel, toe and heel. Get into the knees and ankles, and then if you want to bring in the arms into scissors, scissors, and scissors. Inhale, exhale, toe and heel, toe and heel. So get into those shoulders a little bit, and then arms are going to go just by the ears as we keep the back of the rib cage down, keep that connected, keep that exhale, keep that pull up and in. Then we're going to circle all the way around, so reach behind us, beside us, by the legs, centre, and again reaching around every part. And then down to the legs again, side, up, through, and 1 more, out to the side, up, and through. And then just take a little rock, not rock, slide up and down of the shoulders. And then take a little rock of the head. And place the head block just underneath the head again. And come into our, little neck rock to start with. Find that centre, look to the knees, the ceiling, behind. Back to ceiling, and then grabbing your rings. We're going to come with a ring again. So we're going to inhale behind, exhale coming up, bend the elbows, inhale behind, exhale squeeze it up, inhale behind, exhale squeeze, base of the fingers push in. Again, make sure you're not gripping the ring. You're crushing the ring. Again, it doesn't have to be too hard either. We're not trying to get the pads together. It's not about how far you can crush it. It's just enough to activate around the shoulders. That's going to really strengthen your shoulders. Couple more. Then we're going to bring the legs up, tabletop. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to come up, little squeeze, and down and back. Exhale, squeeze. Couple more. One more. Then just bring the ring above the chest, extending the legs. So inhale, as we exhale, extend the right leg, a little squeeze, inhale in. Keep a slight bend in the elbows so we're not tensing through the shoulders. One more each leg. Then Then we're going to come up and over. So we're coming into obliques with the ring. So inhale. As we exhale, come over the right leg or left, doesn't matter. Back to centre, over the left. So with the ring, we're reaching it forward as much as we can. So both arms quite straight. So equally straight both sides. Make sure you're clearing the ring of the leg. So all the way over, so getting that really deep rotation. If you don't like rotating though, obviously just stay central. One more each side. And take that down, just take a couple of rocks. Okay, we're going to come into roll up now. But we've done this for a few weeks actually. This is our little test to see if we can get up there or not. So arms above. Again, don't forget you don't have to use the ring. You can use the back of your thighs. You can use a belt or a band to help you come up a little bit. Whatever you do, don't go to one side. So inhale, exhale, coming up. Oh, coming off the mat. Reach forward. Inhale, start to roll. Exhale all the way back down. Find your block. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Reaching. Inhale, start to roll. Exhale, down. Down again. Coming up. Reaching. Inhale, start to roll. Exhale, down. I'm going to do one more of these. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. And then just taking the ring away for now, we're going to try our roll up with the saw. So we come up, first of all, inhale. As we exhale, rolling up. So we open the legs, open the arms. Inhale, tongue. Exhale, reach for the foot. Inhale up. Exhale round. Inhale out. Exhale, reach. Inhale up. Exhale down. So bring the legs back together if that's easy, or you can keep them apart, it's up to you. It doesn't really make a lot of difference. So you can either come up the legs apart, together, or take them apart as you go up. There's no kind of hard rule on that one. Inhale. Exhale, coming up, whatever feels good. When you take one apart, we get up there. So inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach. Inhale up. Exhale. In fact, I've learned actually on the internet so many ways of doing Pilates. There's no hard rules at all. Everyone contradicts everybody. It's just when the more you watch, the more confused you get actually. It's people say you should be doing it like that, but you should be doing it. Oh, it's just a minefield on the internet. So we do a couple more. Inhale. Exhale, coming up. And everybody thinks they know what they're doing. Everybody thinks they know everything. And then coming up, and then they all start arguing. Coming down. Come back together and then roll back down. And one more. Coming up. I should imagine it's like that with lots of subjects, not just Pilates. Life in general. And then come and reach. Coming up. Open wide. Turn again. Reach. Again, come up. Open wide and then close down the legs or leave them open and then go back down. Okay, into the hips a little bit. So we're going to bend up the left knee slightly, lift the right leg up. Now this leg can be straight if that feels okay in the lower back, but if you start to pull in the lower back, it was too tight in his hamstrings, just bend it slightly. So inhale out the circle, exhale back up, we do 4 each way. Just to get into those rotators of the hips. So again, they're going to be quite stiff at the moment, and then fall back the other way. So make sure the pelvis is staying really still, but we're just rotating that hip. And then change over legs. You probably find one side is different to the other. Mine definitely is. Inhale out, exhale back to the top. So the dog's just shook behind the camera. Don't sit on the phones, guys. I trusted her to stay on the sofa today. She's alright, she's gone back to sleep. She won't kick you off. Hope not. Stay still. So once you've done 4, just hog in, take a few rocks there. And I'm going to come onto our fronts. So we're going to use the ring, ring for this one. Slight variation here. Actually, we could use the blocks as well. We're going to use the rings. So we're going to take the head just on the block, and the ring is going to go out in front of you. You can see that, can't you? Yeah. So base of the fingers again pushing into the paddy bit of the ring. We're going to rest the head down, and we're going to get into those shoulders. So slightly more focus on the shoulders rather than the extension of the spine. So we're going to lift, keep the feet down, backs of the feet are down. We're going to lift the arms up, keeping the head down. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, lift the arms a little bit, or as much as you can, and squeeze. Inhale down. Exhale up. Squeeze. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Couple more. Exhale. Inhale down. Inhale down. And then just rest that ring down. Bring the arms back, all the way back actually, to by your side. So we're going to take a few like this. So inhale up. Exhale down. So really drawing those arms down. Two more. And bring the arms all the way back round. We're going to do that again, this way. So coming up, so we keep the head down, we lift the arms up. So we inhale, exhale up, inhale down. So a little squeeze, 3 more. One more. And down, and then sweep the arms all the way back, and then we're coming up and down. Three more. And 1. And then cactus the arms. We're going to come up one side and down. So exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up, inhale down. So make sure the arms are cactus. So your shoulder, your elbow's in line with your shoulder, and your wrist in line with your elbow. One more each side. Then bring the arms back in, press through the forearms. So just get a little bit of extension into the upper part of the spine. So draw the elbows towards your heels and push the chest forward and engage those shoulder blades down the back. That's going to get, and just tuck the chin. We're just going to get a little bit more activation through that area. So inhale and exhale. One more. And we're just going to lift the hips up a little bit. So inhale, do this one in yoga as well. Exhale, lift the hips up, draw the elbows down. And this time bring the heels together. Push those heels together. Push the knees together and push the inner thighs together. Elbows down, lift the belly off. Inhale, exhale. And then lower down, push the chest forward, push the shoulder blades down. This time we're going to try and lift the knees as well. So inhale, exhale, elbows down, shoulder blades down, tuck the chin, squeeze the heels, squeeze the knees, lift the knees, tuck the tail, exhale, that rhymes, inhale, exhale, and then lower that down, push the chest forward, inhale, and exhale. That's good, and then press back up. A little back stretch in a form of our shell stretch. So feet together, Bring the arms forward and just rest the head down. Bring the arms around the feet and just breathe into the back of the body. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. And one more. And then roll yourself back up into your seated position and just take a few shoulder rolls. Okay, so coming onto your backs again. So we're going to take our options, we've got options. We're going to take it into our rollover. So options, just stick with the lifts, the bum lifts. If you don't want to take your legs over, just stick with that, just lifting up and down. You maybe have to get a little bit further, maybe with the feet crossed. If you can come right up, then give the rollover a go, but it must be controlled with this area, not the banging down of the arms and the shoulders. Otherwise all you're going to do is create lots of tension in the neck and probably even horrible soreness in the neck. So no upper body strength is used for this. It's all going on in here as we're bringing the legs over. So again, if you want to just do 15 each cross like we used to do in class, or if you want to take the full rollover, so we inhale lower, staying in that imprint. As we exhale, come all the way over. Inhale, open, and then we exhale to roll back down without using those shoulders too much. You probably have a little bit of press with the arms, but not a lot. And if you want to, another option, you can put your ring in just above your ankles. Flex your feet so they stay there, so it stays there. It's quite hard to hold it there actually, this one. Well, it's for me. Inhale, exhale over. Actually, the ring's quite good for launching it over. Inhale, exhale, slowly back down, nice and controlled with those core muscles. And again, you can point the toes if you want to, or you can flex them, doesn't matter. If you're going to point, obviously you're going to work a lot more down the front of the leg. Flexing is going to work a lot more down the back of the leg. So again, over. Inhale, exhale, back down. Couple more. If you're just doing your lifts, just 15 each cross. And exhale down. One more, inhale. Exhale over. Inhale. And exhale all the way back down. And then bring that in. Just take the ring out for now. And hug your legs in. Just a few rocks there. Inhale and exhale there. And one more. Okay, we take it into slow double leg stretches. We kind of did a little bit of this at the beginning, but we didn't do the full one. So we do that. And our body's nice and warmed up. So arms out to the side, inhale. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, 100. Exhale, feet out, arms out. Inhale, back to 100. Exhale, down. So the hips might feel a little bit more mobile now. Inhale, nod. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, 100. Exhale, feet out, arms out. Inhale, back to 100. Exhale, down, couple more. One more. And then bring the knees in, just take a couple of hogs there. Coming up then, we do a few on our side, a couple on our sides. So this time on our sides, we're going to take the right arm, no, it's left arm, isn't it? So it's left on the screen. So left arm, shoulder in line with the wrist. And just make sure your fingers are spread nice and wide. And what you're doing, you're opening this shoulder. So we're twisting kind of to the back rather than forward. So twist as if you're twisting a jar off clockwise, I think. Not going to be opposite to you, is it? No. So clockwise. So twisting kind of clockwise, so backwards. So you feel this opening here, but not closing down. So we need to open this area. So make sure you're twisting the right way. Stacking the shoulder. This knee is just resting. and this arm is lifted up. So lift the leg up. So we're just going to come forward and back with the legs. So a bit like we do on our side, but a little more upper body strength brought in. So heel, inhale, exhale, point through the toes, we come back. Inhale into the heel, exhale into the toe. Inhale into heel, exhale into toe. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then just place that foot down. Big reach over side body. So just take a couple of breaths there, just a stretch. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. That should feel real good as well. If your back's quite tight, you're sore in your lower back. Oh, it's amazing. And then take that arm up, we're going to come under. So coming under. And then inhale, open up. And 6. 3 more. And 2. And 1. And 1 more big stretch down side body. Inhale. Exhale. Then come over to all fours. First of all. And just take a few cow arches there. Just coming all the way down. Mobilise the back. And up. And down. Just so it's a little bit more mobile. And I'm going to do the other side. So coming round again with the hands, spread the fingers. So make sure that you're coming out. So almost taking that jam jar. The fingers are facing to the edge of the mat. Forefinger is pointing to the edge of the mat. The eye of the elbow is pointing forward. The shoulder is over the wrist, and it's as if we're kind of opening that jar up that way, backwards. I think it's explained it enough. Any questions on that, let me know. So it's just getting that wrist placement good, because we need to stack the joints, and also we need to be opening in the shoulder, not closing down and cricking the neck. Because the neck doesn't want to be cricked. It just wants to be nice and long and open. So arms up, spread the fingers on that upper arm, and make sure your shoulder and your hand, your wrist is all in line. And then lift the left leg into the heel, inhale. Exhale into the toe. Inhale into heel. So keeping those hips nice and still if you can. It's just the leg moving. We're stabilising through that centre. So as you exhale, draw that lower tummy in, stable. Squeeze the bum as well. Lots of bum squeezes. Tuck the tail. So tucking the pelvis all the time. So we're not arching in the lower back. Now I've totally lost count with that cueing. 2 more, I think. We were doing 6, weren't we? 2 more. So hard to remember to count. I'm rubbish at counting. And then bring the arm over. Big stretch down side body. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. And then bring the arm up. You can rest the foot down, you can have it lifted. I can't actually remember what we did the other side. I think we rested it, didn't we? But if you want to lift it up, whatever you did the other side, coming down and reaching up, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Just get it right into that waist. And 2. And 1. And then arm up. And then reach that over, lift the leg for a little bit more stretch. Inhale. And exhale. And then bring that round to all fours. Coming round. Hands go back down. Take a little circle of the wrists. Stretching those out and then back the other way. And then we just do a back of the wrist stretch. This might feel a bit tight, especially if you do a lot of keyboard work. Give it a shake first. And then take the back of the right wrist. Lightly press down, not hard, just lightly, just so you can feel that stretch. Keep the elbow slightly softened, so you're not rocking out the joint. Spread the fingers wide, activate the hands so they're quite active, and just allow that stretch to happen in the back of the wrist. Inhaling and exhaling. And then take that back and the other hand, so back of the left wrist, give it a shake first. And then press down, spread the fingers, soften the elbow, and take a couple of breaths there. And then take the hands so the fingers are facing your knees. So the thumb's on the outside of the mat, your fingers are facing your knees, and then bring the knees in a little bit more, and then just sit back onto your heels. Tuck your toes under if you want to. That gives you a little bit more stretch in the soles of the feet as well. So stretching through the soles of the feet. If the heels of the hands lift off, that's fine, as long as you can feel that stretch down through the wrist. Really good one if you're doing a lot of keyboard work right now. Get into those wrists and hands. Oh, they just get so stiff. Those little tight muscles and weak muscles, so just strengthening those weak ones and stretching those tight ones. Bringing our body back together. Jesus. And then come up. Still stretching the feet. I'm not going to let those go yet. The soles of the feet need stretching. And then circle the hands around. And then clasp behind you. Lift the chest. That should feel real good. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Tuck the tail slightly. Undo the feet. That should feel amazing. And then we're going to sit back on the heels. Bring the hands behind us. Lift the chest through. And then if it's available, lift the hips through as well. Inhaling. And exhaling. One more. Release that down. How much time have we got? Am I getting carried away? Oh no, not too bad. So coming onto your blocks now, I'm going to take a little rotation. So feet forward. You can use the rings if you want to. So not quite above the head, just in front, so the elbows are slightly bent and you're not lifting your shoulders up too much. So by just bringing it just in front of the head is the best position for the shoulders anyway. So inhale, exhale, squeeze 3 times. Inhale, center, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, center, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, center, exhale. One more each side. And back to centre and open the legs. We do saw again, but just saw. So inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale up, exhale, centre. We get a rotation and extension down the side body. Inhale up and then back to a rotation. So really good one, saw actually, for all those movements. Reaching. Back to centre and reach. One more each side. And then bring the ring down, just take the ring that way for now, roll the shoulders. So we're doing quite a lot of flexion, so we're going to do a little bit more extension in form of our swan dive. I've done this for a little while, so do prep first. Again, you can stick to prep. This is really going to stretch out our front body. It's coming down, palms are down, grab your little block or your towel book, just to rest the forehead onto it and squash your nose. And then place the hands down, wiggle the hips around, slight press down to the backs of the feet as opposed to lifting them at the moment. So inhale, exhale, coming all the way up. Inhale to hold, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, coming up. Inhale, exhale down. So we're actively drawing the hands towards the heels of the hands, towards the waist, towards the feet. So we're activating those muscles. Inhale, exhale down, and drawing those shoulder blades down. So full swan if you want to. So we're going to lift the legs. So inhale, exhale, coming up. Inhale, exhale, lift the legs. Inhale down, exhale, inhale down, exhale. This is quite a good progression one as well, because sometimes you might not get your legs up very high. I've had quite a bad hip for a while. I fell off my horse and it's been a little bit of a pain in the bum because of my flexibility, and I think it's still a little bit out, but I've noticed that my legs are coming up a little bit more. So sometimes this is a good one for noticing how your body is kind of progressing, and especially if you have had an injury. So inhale, exhale, lift the legs. Inhale up, exhale, inhale up. You might notice one side may be easier than the other too. One leg may lift up really easy and the other one probably not so easy. So try and work on that lazy leg. Also, when you come up, make sure you're drawing your shoulders down. So your elbows are almost going back. Couple more. And then relax back down, press through. Oh, that's a killer for the hips. And take the legs open, sit back on your ankles and just take a big stretch out. So inhale. Exhale forward. So inhale and exhale. Couple more breaths. Bring your arms around to your feet if you want to, a little bit more for the shoulders. So we drop those down. And one more breath. And then roll yourself back up. Roll it out. So a little stretch out now, so spread the fingers nice and wide. Come under with the toes and push back to dog. So we stretch out the back of those legs, ease the heels down alternately. Into the back of the legs, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Press the ground away. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to lift up the left leg and bend at the knee. So stretching down for the hip. Lift up as much as you can. Inhale and exhale. Then we're going to bring the knee to the chest and the foot to the hand, and then drop the back knee. Probably easier to take your hands on the inside of the foot now. Come onto the fingertips. We're going to push the chest forward as we inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to straighten this leg and sit back and round the back. So inhale, push forward. Exhale, stretch the leg and round the back. And then we're going to hold it. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Just enough for the nose where the hip flexor stretches. Push the chest forward, slightly tuck the chin so you're not throwing back too much. And then stretch out the hamstrings. So lift up the kneecap, tuck the chin. Actively draw this heel back towards you so you activate this hamstring. Round the back, inhale. And exhale. One more breath. And then bring that back in. Take it back to dog. Go back through dog again, you walk it out. Lift up the right leg, bend at the knee. Stretching out that hip flexor. Still working the upper body strength. Press through both hands equally. Couple of breaths. bring the knee to the chest and the foot to the hand. Drop the knee down. Just foot a little bit further forward. Bring the hand to the inside of the foot. That's probably easier. Come onto your fingertips and push the chest forward. Inhale. And as we exhale, straighten that leg round the back. Inhale, push the chest forward. Knees in line with the ankle. Exhale, round and push back. And then we're going to hold to bend the knee. Lift the chest forward, inhale. So allowing this hip flexor behind to stretch. Inhale and exhale. So you can take it in and out through the nose now if you want to, so it's just stretching. Or if you prefer, you can continue with your Pilates breathing. Just options. And then we're going to straighten and round the back as we lift the knee, draw the heel towards us, towards the back of the mat. Inhale and exhale. One more. And then bring that leg back in. Take it back to all fours. And then chest forward. And rounding the back. So a few of those. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to take it over into a modified side plank. So a little side stretch. So coming round, stacking the shoulder over the wrist. And bring the arm all the way over, big side stretch. Again, it's a really good one if you do a lot of desk work. It's going to get those lower backs stretched out and side bodies. And then take it back down. Now we're going to go the other side. So stacking the shoulder, bring the arm up and over, big reach. Inhale and exhale. Really good stretch for that side body, and then come down onto your shins, back where we started. I think that's about the right time. Roll the shoulders a few times. It's going to take a little neck stretch to finish. So just take the head over one shoulder, doesn't really matter which one. Drop the opposite arm off. That's going to help that a little bit more stretch. Look to the ceiling. Breathe. Just in and out through the nose now. Last little bit, relaxing. Relaxing breaths. Relax the shoulders, relax the head, relax the neck. And then take it back to centre and to the other side. Drop that other arm off. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. And then bring that back up. Thank you very much, everybody, for not joining me, but for watching. Obviously, I'm not doing this live, but let me know how you get on. And if you can, and we've got our first week again next week in February. Gosh, I can't believe it's February. So I'll see you next week. Thank you very much, everybody.